Welcome back to Steel City Live here on a Friday. Appreciate y'all for waiting for me till 8:10. 8:18 now. But yes, welcome to the show. Make sure you're putting your comments inside of the chat. Make sure you are liking and subscribing if you aren't subscribed already. I truly, truly appreciate that. We'll dive into the chat here once I bring it up. Again, good to see you all. And my main topic tonight that I wanted to really dive into, and I'm not sure if any of you are thinking of this just here recently. Does Mike Tomlin have any confidence whatsoever in Arthur Smith? Did Arthur Smith have any input on who the starting quarterback was going to be? You hear Mike Tomlin often talk about, I'm the guy that makes decisions. They give, what do they say? What does he say? Those guys give opinions. I make decisions. Is he showing any type of confidence in his new offensive coordinator that has head coaching experience? That's something I definitely want to talk about here tonight. But let's dive into the chat. What's up, Miss Pittsburgh? Daniel Warman, Jason is. Wilson has a good game. Why not use Fields at wide receiver? I just feel that Wilson is older and slower. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think they'll do anything gimmicky. I don't, Daniel. Good to see you, man. Good to see you in the chat. I just don't see that happening. You saw it back in the day with the Cordell Stewart. He was able to do that. But I'm not sure that Justin Fields is that kind of guy like Cordell. I don't know. I've never seen him put into that situation. I've never seen him do those things. He is a super athletic guy, but I just personally don't think the gimmicky stuff works anyway in general. But I don't foresee the Steelers offense doing any gimmicky things because of where they're at. But I like the idea of it, putting another athlete out of there when you're already, maybe a little bit thin at the wide receiver room, considering I think Roman Wilson now has a hamstring injury. Is he ever going to see the field? Or is this another Calvin Austin part two, where Cal didn't see the field really his rookie year at all? Well, not really at all. He didn't see it at all. At least we saw a couple snaps from Roman Wilson. No targets, but a couple snaps out there on the field. Let's go with Russ. What's up? Daniel, I think he's trolling. Oh, Bengal. I think your Bengals get rolling. They might, man. I'll be at the game Sunday. What's up, James Bauman? Yeah, James, good to see you, and good thing that you're going to the game. That's pretty damn cool, man. I'm happy for you, man. I hope you enjoy yourself. Make sure you're screaming, man. Every time there's a primetime game, I just always call for a blackout. I just want that whole stadium to be jet black, dude, and just screaming crazy. I just think it would be cool, at night with the smoky city, man. It'd be wild. Let's keep going. Fans forgot Rodgers and Adams have had no reps in years. It's going to take a while. TJ, Cam, Alex will be all over the old man Rodgers. But they've had all week to practice, so they might get back into it. I know they work out in the offseason together, so that might keep some of that chemistry between Devontae and Aaron, and they're professionals. They're tried and true. So, yeah, I hope you're right, Russ. I hope you're 1,000% right. I hope there's a lot of rust there, and I hope that Aaron Rodgers isn't able to evade the pass rush because he can't run like he used to. Absolutely not. And he can't move in and out of the pocket as he once could. But definitely I hope to God that is the case, man. Russ, we can hope Russ. You're talking about Russ. Okay, our Russ, not Russell Wilson. Okay. I'm going to just get through the chat. I know you guys was talking. Let me get through here. Nervous in a quarterback change. Tough choice for Tomlin. Yeah, and that's where I was diving in there at the beginning, and that's what I was trying to allude to with this Arthur Smith, Mike Tomlin conversation. The part that I put in the thumbnail there is Arthur Smith getting confidence from Mike Tomlin, because it doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like Mike Tomlin's allowing him to really, truly, fully execute his duties as an offensive coordinator. It doesn't seem as that to be the case. And I say that why? because Arthur Smith seemed to have no input because he seemed to be very adamantly behind Justin Fields. And that was with Arthur Smith's press conference. I mean, you don't need to be some psychic, you don't need to be the psychic network to decipher what he was putting out there whenever he gave his press conference. He was clearly behind Justin Fields, clearly. Yeah, he didn't come right out and tell you that, but it was pretty damn obvious that, he was clearly behind Justin. And I think with what he was putting out there that he didn't really want that change. And I think that Mike Tomlin made that change without really getting any type of ideas from his coordinator. Why hire the guys? Why hire a coordinator if you're not going to allow them to do what they do? And I understand when you're the head guy, shit rolls on to you, man. And you got to answer for all the bullshit. And you are the guy that everything falls on. I get that. I understand that completely. And I understand that when you're the head guy, you want to have, that strictness a little bit with your coaching staff, with the people working underneath you. That firmness of like, I'm the decision maker, you're not, But you got to give them the ability and the leeway to execute their job, man. You got to give them the opportunity to do what they were brought in there to do. And if you don't, then how can you put any blame on them? How can they be fired? And, I'm not sitting here sticking up for Matt Canada because I thought he was crummy. But it makes you wonder why coordinator after coordinator comes into the city of Pittsburgh and it doesn't work. Or are we just getting that many bad coordinators? I think the answer is no. I think that the answer is that you're having somebody you're having someone micromanage them, and that doesn't work. You have to allow them to do their job. You can't have your thumb over top of them. Now, when they jack it up, then you can come down on them. Then you can take a little bit away from them and say, look, I'm making this decision because what you just didn't work. It just makes you really, truly wonder. Because I always say it, what's the one common denominator? But nobody wants to hear it. And again, I lose subscribers if, heaven forbid, you want to talk any type of ill will, not even ill will, or any type of bullshit about Mike Tomlin, your ass, hey, oh, hell no, that don't fly. It just bothers me a great deal. Let me continue. I think we may see packages with both. Yeah, you may be right. I seem to not think that. I think that if they do have packages for Justin Fields, I think you will see him in there by himself. I do not think that they will do that double package stuff. I may be wrong, though. I may be wrong, but it just doesn't strike me. If you're an ultra conservative offense and you don't push the ball down the field regularly, you don't try to do anything different, anything eccentric in any way, shape, or form, you are probably the most buttoned up, ultra conservative offense in the entire NFL. There is nothing that tells me that they would do anything like that, that they would come out in any weird and wonky formations. They did try to run one weird reverse play, and that blew up in their face because their guys can't block on the offensive front for that long. And when you're running gimmick plays, you got to have that blocking sustained for a little bit, typically. It just depends on what kind of gimmick you're running. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Would it be interesting? Absolutely, it'd be interesting to see both of them out there. We even have on my youth team, a halfback pass across the field back to the quarterback, another lateral, where the quarterback literally hands the ball off, goes out on the route, laterals it back, you've probably seen it before. I don't know if I'm describing it well enough. We also have a hook and ladder, and we do all that kind of stuff. So maybe they will too. I think Sean be on tonight too. Oh no, sorry, man. We're having guys too. I got to tell you guys something about this before we move on. Sean, we've attempted to have him on a couple times here. When we switch back to this format. It blacks him out for some reason, and you guys can't hear him. I can hear him, but you guys can't hear him, and it blacks him out. And I have a trouble ticket into YouTube. I spent 2 hours on the chat with YouTube and got nowhere with it. The only thing I can think of now is to maybe uninstall the app from my phone and then reinstall it, and hopefully it doesn't mess up my channel stuff. We'll see. But that might be the only thing that maybe can fix it. But again, I have to the engineer or whatever they send it to, the tech guys. So I'm waiting to hear back from them and then hopefully get Sean back on. But he's been trying, man, and I hope he can get back on here soon. TD, hey Mafia Friday, absolutely, man. Good to see you, TD. Let's keep going. Russ, we're gonna whoop the Jets and the Giants, going to the bye 6-2, win North by either 13-4, 12-5, and then the number 1 seed Super Bowl as I predicted at the start of the season. And my new grandson, who will be born in December. I hope he does, dude. What a gift! What a gift of the Steelers winning that bowl, baby. Oh, that would be such a cool thing, man. I hope so, man. I hope your daughter's doing well too, Russ, with the pregnancy and stuff. That's really cool, man. We're playing them for 70s team anniversary, so defense will shine. Yeah, we got them throwbacks that block letters or the block numbers and all that good stuff, so that'll definitely be cool. We'll probably go about a half hour, 35 minutes tonight for the show for Steel City Live tonight. My son has a friend over who's staying, so they want to get in the hot tub and all that good stuff, so I got to go do dad patrol because I'm not allowing them outside in the dark and in the hot tub without dad out there. So, yeah, they'll have to wait it out a little bit here. So we'll cut it a little short tonight so the kids can go play. Yesterday, yeah, sometimes I get late from football and I try to communicate with you guys and not bullshit you. I try to be upfront as soon as I know. What's up, Tom Ford? What's up? James Bauman? What's up? Rich Kuzma? Biz, what's up, man? James Bauman, this is the same guy that kept Keith Butler around far too long and hired Matt Canada. Yeah, and it makes you wonder, guys. And am I the minority in this? I don't know. Maybe once I get down farther in the chat, I'll see some of you guys' thoughts on it. What's up? Catalyst, wow, you look great for 58. I'm not 58. Get it right, buddy. I'm not 58. I'm a young stud. If Mike Tomlin starts Russell Wilson, it will most likely hurt them. That's from Tom Ford. James Bauman, I need a mic drop hoodie for advertising. Dude, we're working on it, man. And two, guys, I put a promo code out. I joined the marketing affiliate team for Amazon. And that promo code, my wife tried to use it, so it didn't work. I got to do some more work with that to get it working and all that. But the code that I have should be able to get you 10% off of your Amazon purchases. And also, I'm going to create a storefront, and I'm going to put like different Steelers merchandise with those links and things of that nature for you guys to be able to find those easily also. And it helps the channel out. And I'm going to try to also through Amazon, hopefully, to be able to do some shirts and things of that nature. Also, Sean has an option with his sister who can do some things. So we are definitely going to have that before the season's over. And I appreciate you guys for asking because that is ultra humbling for me, man. It makes me feel really good, and I appreciate it very, very much. And I owe that all to you guys for everything that we have going on here. So definitely appreciate that. We do need some running ability, and that's something that I keep bringing up, guys. And I'm not sure why that's not on Mike Tomlin's radar, at least what he's talking about, out in the press anyway. I'm sure it has to be. I hope it is. When you have an offensive line that hasn't performed to the way that it needs to at an NFL level thus far this season, I don't know how you take away the running ability of a quarterback. And you know me, if you've watched this channel for a while, you know how opposed I am to running backs at quarterback. I don't like it. I think it hinders the team. I think it's bad. But under the circumstances in which the Steelers are in right now, I think it is detrimental to take away the running ability of Justin Fields because that is keeping this team afloat right now. And when you take that away, I'm not sure how this works out. Now, Russell Wilson may be able to come in and push the ball down the field in a big, big way. He may be able to do those things and be able to have more field vision, see open receivers that we're not getting to see, that are running wide open that, yeah, Justin has missed. But maybe he sees those guys and maybe he capitalizes on that. And maybe that loosens up the box a little bit for the Pittsburgh Steelers and allows Jalen Warren and Najee Harris to really attack and attack in a big, big way. And then maybe perhaps the tight ends get a little bit more involved. Maybe George Pickens gets a little bit more involved, starts drawing more attention, allowing the rest of the wide receiver room to really get settled in. And maybe that helps Justin if he comes back in by having that tape in front of him from Russ with his offense that he was running for so long, maybe doing some different things that maybe if Justin does have to be reinserted due to injury or Russ's poor performance, I don't know, whatever, to see like, hey, this is how a veteran NFL quarterback is looking at it and seeing this. And this is the types of things that you need to be looking for and recognizing, possibly, maybe. I'm just guessing. All right, guys, we're about 15 minutes into the show. Make sure you are liking, subscribing, sharing to the show. I truly appreciate you guys waiting on me till about 8:10 tonight. We're only going to go for about 30 minutes, another about 15, 20 minutes here. As I said, my son got a friend over, so I'm going to jet out a little early tonight and do that. But we are going to have, since we missed yesterday, and since we'll be a little bit shorter tonight, not a ton, but we will have a live show tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hands down, you can bank on it. I'm going to make the link early in the morning. That way it's floating out there in the YouTube world all day long. Let it fester a little bit. And hopefully we'll have a real banger on Saturday night, guys. So we'll see how that all goes. Sorry, guys. The chat skipped on me. Let me get back to where we were in the chat, guys. Jonathan Stevens, what's up, man? Sorry, I've been gone. Just got out of Children's Hospital with my 2-year-old son. He got type 1 diabetes, and it's been tough. He now has to have shots for everything he eats forever. Man, Jonathan, prayers to your son, dude. Sorry that you guys are going through that, man. Definite heavy prayers for you guys, and hopefully your little guy starts to feel better here, and you guys can get him straightened out with the shots and the medicine and all those types of things, and hopefully things will get better for you guys. Prayers, though, definitely. And all you guys out there in the Mafia, man, make sure you guys send a couple extra prayers up for Jonathan and his son. That is going through some medical stuff, man. Definitely never want to see that. It might help that Devontae Adams didn't have long to study the playbook. Yeah, I will say this, though, Tom. And, man, shit. Man, Jonathan, I hate to hear that. I know, it just kept running through my head. I really pray for you guys, man. I always, when something happens to kids, it bothers me. It festers with me. Man, that sucks. But, yeah, one thing, Tom, that when Devontae came, Aaron Rodgers has everything that he's wanted now with the Jets. We've talked about that. And he has Nathaniel Hackett, who has been his offensive coordinator. And I can pretty much say that the scheme is pretty similar to what Devontae had run before. I don't think that there's going to be much of a learning curve with that terminology-wise, with that play scheme-wise. Schematically, I think Devontae Adams will be up to speed probably now. I just think once you've been in a system like that and you spent a lot of time in it, definitely isn't that hard to overcome. I hate when coach tells quarterback, don't kill us. I think it makes them apprehensive to take shots downfield. Yeah, and I've found myself doing that even as a youth coach. Like I always am preaching, protect the ball. Don't make bad decisions. Don't whip it around. Bullshit. Let them play, man. And honestly, that's how it's got to be. Let those guys do it. Live and die by it. Allow them to push the ball down the field. But comes with that is turnovers. But with as much confidence as Mike Tomlin has in his defense, supposedly, why would that bother you? Honestly, I know you don't want to see a shit ton of them, but a turnover here and there ain't going to kill you if you believe so much in your defense. He talks all the time, we don't live in our fears, but he does. And he does in a big, big way. And he shouldn't say that phrase anymore because it's so weird to say because we all see how he lives in his fears with this ultra conservative offense. And guys, he is hindering Arthur Smith's performance, man. I'm just telling you now, he is. He is holding him back. He is micromanaging it. And we're not going to be here beating up on Arthur Smith every day because honestly, until Mike Tomlin takes the chains off of Arthur Smith, how can we get a real look at him? We can't. We don't know what he can do here in Pittsburgh because we're not getting a true and actual look at Arthur. Period. I agree. Micromanagement doesn't work. I am dealing with that at work with our new manager. No good manager, Jonathan. No good manager ever micromanages his people. You got to have faith in the people. But what do you need to do as the manager, as the person in charge, as the head coach? You need to make sure that you are, when you are interviewing these people and putting people in place, that you are getting people that you are confident in and comfortable with doing their job. And I don't want to hear Arthur Smith is new. You've had all damn summer, all preseason. You've had 6 regular season games thus far. You know exactly what he can do. And you need to, well, you should know exactly what he can do. You have all his prior head coaching stuff. You have all his prior offensive coordinator stuff to look at. You know what he can do. Allow him to do it, period. Wave those towels for Miss Pittsburgh. Rich Kuzma, 2 offensive coordinators in 2 years, and it looks very similar. Tells me Tomlin's running the offense. Boom. Rich hit it right on the head there, guys. When you are looking at the exact same product, and there have been subtractions, there have been the people that we all thought were to be the problem, and they've moved on, but it's the same damn product, but there's one person that remains. Who's running the show? It's pretty damn obvious. And for anybody to sit out there and say that that's not true, you're blind. You're not being real to yourself. You're not being truthful. And what do we hear? Truthful. Maybe it wasn't Matt Canada last year. Maybe it was all on Tomlin. Possibly. I don't know. I think Matt Canada did suck, but I don't know. Maybe he did hold him back slightly. I don't know. It sure to hell seems like it. Biz, if Wilson starts, how long of a leash does he have? And how open is the playbook? I think the playbook's going to be damn near the same, Biz. And I say that sadly. But I think the playbook will be the damn same. I don't think that there will be any more open or closed, nothing of that. I think it'll literally be the same damn thing that we've been wheeling out there for 6 weeks. Well, the Steelers have. And I think his leash is slightly longer than what Justin Fields would be or would have had. And what I think this is, and I may be wrong with this, I think Russell Wilson will have full access to do whatever he wants here in these next 2 weeks. Well, as much as Mike Tomlin, the micromanager, allows him to do in the next 2 weeks, and then that decision will be made. But I feel like if Russell just does okay, I feel like if Russell Wilson comes out there and he splits these next 2 games, he goes 1-1, and he throws for a couple hundred yards every game, and, doesn't really turn the ball over, puts a couple in the end zone. I think that's it for Justin Fields. I think it's over until there's an injury to Russell Wilson. And guys, I got to caution you with this. Calf injuries linger, and they linger all year long, man, until you have months and months of rest. It's just the way it goes. And Russell Wilson's potential for injury this season, once he's back in, is significant. And what could happen there, and I hope not, you start to favor different parts of your, lower body there with your ankles, your Achilles area, and things of that nature, to where, those injuries become a little bit more easily acquired too when people injure their calf muscles. So we'll see what happens. But I don't think his leash is that short. I think it'll be quite long. Russ, Jonathan prayers. Oh, okay, he's talking to Jonathan. Brett, I will hook you up to get all your son's meds and supplies for free. Google him. He will. Oh, man. Yeah, man. Jonathan, make sure you get a hold of Russ there if he can get you some free stuff. That definitely will help. I hope there's good insurance, man. Man, that bothers me. Man, guys, make sure you do say some prayers. Prayers work, guys. Prayers work. And I'm not here to beat religion down your face or down your throat. I'm not here for that. But prayers work, guys. They do. And I'm telling you, just try it. And it'll make you feel a lot better. And they do work. And everything happens for a reason, but we'll see. Yes, Brett Michaels. Yes, from Poison. Yeah, dude, he does. He's a diabetic. Yes, thank you, Russ, for sharing that. Let me get back through the chat. Yeah, I mean, girls hiding outside waiting to get in. No, they don't. They're 9. It feels, yeah, my kids, they're 9 years old. They had basketball practice tonight, and then they wanted to stay over, so Dad got conned into it. By the way, where is Pittsburgh/New York being played? In Pittsburgh, Tom. In Pittsburgh. Thank you, Russ. I appreciate that, man. That is awesome. You guys say that, man. That makes me feel so good. You guys brighten my whole day when you say that stuff. That means a lot to me. Every time you say Amazon, my Alexa goes off. Hey, Alexa. Hey, Alexa. Order 1 million pizzas for Tom Ford from Pizza Hut. Stat. Jonathan Stevens. Fields is our guy. I don't agree with Russ getting the start. He's done good enough so far, in my opinion. Yeah, it has to be a real true confidence shatterer, dude, when you are a guy that's leading a football team to a 4-1 record. And all of a sudden you're sat down. That has to be pretty bad for you, confidence wise. But Justin openly said it. He's like, look, I haven't played well enough. And I got to say this, something that I've really truly admired. And guys, we all have to give it up for these 2 quarterbacks in the city of Pittsburgh right now. We have to truly give it up for them. And I say that because why? Neither one of them in this situation throughout the summer, throughout this season so far, neither one of them have been dirty in the media. They've been nothing but supportive. They've been nothing but truly professional. And you got to give them props for that, guys. We sit here week after week and we dog guys. We really critique their play. We look at all the negative things, but we got to give them a round of applause for really, truly being good teammates, man. And that's something special to have. It really, really is. All right, guys, make sure you're hitting that like button for a shortened version of Steel City Live tonight. I truly appreciate it. We'll try to get through these chat messages. I'm going to try my best. Let's keep going. Hi, Daniel. Do the same, Tom. It's home game, both New York games. I missed you guys in the show 100, but I'm back. Thank you, Jonathan. We missed you too, man. DJ Thomas, I think the bye couldn't be more perfectly placed in our schedule. Sutton comes back, players can rest up, heal up. The Steelers can also focus on the trade deadline. Absolutely, DJ. This bye this year has come at the most perfect time. And you're right. All the things that you said are going to be 1,000% pluses for the Pittsburgh Steelers here in 2024. Prayers coming your way. Yeah, man. You guys are awesome. I love how you guys support each other. I think Mike T is fishing. If Wilson does good, maybe DK comes from Seattle, or maybe teams can see him play that are in need of a quarterback. Yeah, that might be some of it, DJ. I don't think that's far-fetched to think, buddy. Wilson has a montage clause in his contract. What's that? I don't know what that is, Russ. Or no trade clause. Maybe a no trade is what you meant to say. Russ, yes, but if Wilson demands it. Oh, okay, that's what it is. All right. I got it now, Russ. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, if he demands a trade or gives an okay, I do believe. Yeah, if he's got to approve it. Yeah, that's what no trade clauses are. But definitely the Steelers just can't go out and wheel and deal him like anybody else. You know what I mean? Damn, dude. Daniel Warman, thank you all for making me feel at home as a Bengals fan. To Mike Drop Sports, it means so much. You all are the best. Thank you. Go Steelers. Thank you, Daniel. Everybody's welcome here, man. We just want to talk football, dude. We appreciate having you. Well, Smith and Canada have similar styles. Yeah, I agree. Biz, I think Canada was a little bit more, though, elementary in his approach to it, though. I think he was a little bit less with the zone run scheme in terms of its complexity. And guys, you don't see the zone run scheme in its full concept because Najee just can't run that. That's not the style back he is. You'll start to see that a little bit more with Patterson and Jalen as they get back into the mix a little bit, which might be okay because then you can mix it up and have a little bit of that zone run, a little bit of that downhill. Maybe Russ comes in, adds a little versatility in a pass game. Maybe that really does open up this offense, and we can only hope. Fingers crossed, my friends. Yes, thank you, Miss Pittsburgh. Let's go, guys. Make sure you are liking and subscribing to the show. I truly appreciate it. And don't forget, tomorrow we will be back with a special Saturday show here at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on Mike Drop Sports. And it'll be with me. Hopefully Sean, too. We'll see if Sean is around. I think he said Monday and Tuesday, or Tuesday and Wednesday. Maybe he'll be available. Zone run types, I didn't think there'd be a lot of difference with Smith's hire. Yeah, again, like I was saying, Biz, I just think it's not as complex. I just don't think Canada had as much in the cupboard, you know what I mean, in terms of what he schemed up in terms of plays and the way he approached it. That's just my theory. I don't know. I may be dead wrong. DJ Thomas, Mike T needs to just butt out of the offense and let Arthur Smith run the show. I like Mike T, but it's time for a change. Feel like the Steelers are late to the new style quarterback. Yes and no. I think they're dabbling their feet in it a little bit, and I get what you're saying too. You know, the running type quarterback, the dual threat type guy. But where teams lack when they are looking for that guy is they're getting running backs at the quarterback position, and that doesn't work. Dual threat is you can run, but yet you can throw from the pocket where it really matters. And the threat of running is just added into the game and makes you so dangerous. And I think teams get away with that, or get away from what they're truly looking for. They see a guy that can run, a 4.40 and take off and run out of the backfield like a lunatic and look like a running back and be able to do it. But they're not looking at his complete passing game. And when they're in college, if they're not running an NFL or pro style type scheme or being able to be on time, being able to anticipate, and not just hitting college open guys that are standing there with nobody on them, it's a lot different. You got to see that look in their eyes downfield to where they're able to see the field, see the defense, understand the complexity of the defense, and be able to deliver, again, anticipation, and be able to really understand what they are doing in the passing game. And I think that's the biggest issue and the biggest thing and the hardest thing for these teams to find inside of a quarterback that's new to the league. Definitely. All right, guys, we're about to wrap it up here, guys. If I missed your chat, I apologize. I'm going to try to get down here to the bottom. It's jumping around. Oh, no, Arthur. What's not true? What's not true, Arthur? You tell me. What's not true? What's not true, Arthur? Go ahead. I'll wait for you. Thank you, Biz. I'll wait for you. I'll give you a couple extra minutes, Arthur. Type it in there. I don't know what you're talking about. What's not true? What's not true? Mike Tomlin blows? Arthur always give me a hard time. Says I'm always beating up on Mike Tomlin. He always give me a rough time. He says I'm too hard on Mike Tomlin. What's up, Wayne's World? He says go Broncos. Go Broncos. I'm waiting, Arthur. I'm waiting. What's not true, brother? You can put it back in there another time. I'm going to go. I'm going to go spend some time with the kiddos and shit. But, yeah, thanks, guys. And, again, be with us tomorrow. We'll get through all the chat tomorrow. We'll really, truly dive in. And I'm going to give you keys to victory tomorrow. So we are going to do keys to victory. I'm going to break down Jets tape tomorrow a little bit further because I'm really curious about the Jets defense. I need to break that down a little bit more. I feel like I'm pretty confident with the Jets offense and what the Steelers need to do defensively. I want to look at that Jets defense a little bit more in depth here. And I want to try to come up with some ways that I think Russell Wilson can really, truly attack and defeat this Jets defense that I think is pretty damn good. So we'll see what happens here. But we'll have, again, keys to victory. We'll do our score predictions that we write down every week. We'll have a great show. We'll go for a little over an hour tomorrow, so you guys can duck in and out and do what you need to do and enjoy a night of conversation with our fellow fans, our fellow football fans. We're getting fans from so many different teams too, and again, that's always really awesome. We got Bengals fans. There's Broncos people in here. We always got Chiefs people, Titans people in here. So yeah, that's definitely cool, man. Truly, truly appreciate it. All right, guys. If again, like I said, if I miss your chat question, stop back in tomorrow to Steel City Live, and then we'll get that answered and talked about. So until then, man, make sure you're liking, subscribing, sharing. I'm Jason. This is Mike Drop Sports. Peace. Thank you, guys. Arthur, I'm still waiting for you to tell me what I was wrong about, buddy.